Good morning, good morning. I'm going to go ahead and just give it a minute to allow people to join. And even if you don't join this live, that's no problem. This is going to be shared on the group. So please go ahead and feel free to watch it and share it. I'm going to be having weekly Monday morning lives that I'm super excited about. I think it's something that's really needed in the community to help bring awareness to the holistic health area, something that we don't talk about often. I think many of us experience mind-body health issues and don't really know who to talk to about it, especially when it comes to healing our bodies naturally. And we just end up feeling really frustrated. We feel like we're on an island. And so if this is you, if this is resonating with you, the whole reason and the whole drive for me creating Mindfully Michelle and mind body healing and everything that I do is with the intention of not feeling that way. I want you to feel supported on your journey wherever you are. Maybe you're already healthy and maybe it's something that you just want to add as a way to be preventative and as a way to be able to reclaim your health and stay on top of it. Maybe you're in a place where you're already dealing with some issues. Hi, Susan. I see Susan popped on. Thank you for being here. And so what we're talking today is, one, this is going to be a reoccurring Monday morning live, and we're going to be taking votes on some topics. And two, the other thing we're going to be talking about is mind-body health and how to heal your body naturally, and all the topics are going to be related to that. And the reason why I bring this to you, like I said, I don't want you to feel like you're isolated, you're alone, because you're not. I've personally been there before. I've been able to heal my own body. I'll show you guys right now. Look at all that hair that's growing back. Look at all of that. That's all natural. That's not through any kind of medication. That's all natural because I trust. And once we connect and we trust that and know that our bodies have the capacity to heal itself, and we just give ourselves permission. So two things we're going to be doing today. Today I'm going to be talking about the most common symptom that I see in people who are trying to heal naturally. Most common symptom that I see in people that are dealing with any kind of health issues, mental or physical, and how we can combat it naturally. I'm going to give you a couple of tips on how to combat that naturally. And then the second thing is I'm going to be giving you a tangible exercise that you can take with you today, so that whenever you're dealing with this symptom, you could put it at bay. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. This is going to be short and sweet since it's the first one. The most common symptom that I see in people who are dealing with any kind of health issue is anxiety. This is across the board. As a nutritionist, I know from my research and from dealing with it myself that your gut and your mind are totally connected. And so when your gut is out of whack, which is very natural in an American, standard American, Canadian, UK diet, in the developed countries, we're exposed to so many different toxins, not to mention the environmental toxins that we're exposed to, but also through our diet. And so when we've been on earth for 40 years, 30 years, how many ever years young you are, those toxins are about to build up in your liver, starting to impact your digestion, starting to impact inflammation in the body, and therefore it's going to automatically affect your brain because 80% of your immunity lives in your gut. And then it is going, and then there's the gut brain axis that is connected via called the HPA axis. And that's something I'll get to later. We're not diving too deep into that. The bottom line is your gut and your brain are connected. The second thing is, when I see people that are dealing with any kind of health issue, even if it is like they're dealing with an autoimmune disease, again, it goes right back into that gut-brain axis, and it goes into that gut-brain connection. And so therefore, you're dealing with an autoimmune condition or arthritis or rheumatoid arthritis or any kind of autoimmune Crohn's, what have you, it's going to be automatically connected. So what happens from a nervous system perspective, and this is where my other education comes in, which is my breathwork certification that I recently finished. And it just helped me understand the nervous system tremendously and the role that it plays in our overall health. So this is what happens. Your body's stressed out because of the toxic buildup that you have. And then you're stressed out because of life. Because who's not stressed out right now with inflation at an all-time high? Jobs are underpaid. The stress of Christmas and buying gifts and all this stuff. And so what happens, hey Maha, I see you popped in, welcome. Hey, I see another person popped in, welcome. So what happens is when we're exposed to all these stressors, stress starts to build up internally. Our cortisol levels start to increase. It starts to impact our hormones. And then there's a whole array of hormone imbalance that happens in the body. And then your nervous system, which if you look at science and you look at people that have any kind of health issue, 90% of those people, maybe more, their nervous system is out of whack. And so the stress starts to pile on physically and mentally, and it puts you in an anxious state. It puts you in a depressed state, possibly, and it puts you in this really anxious, scared, lonely, fearful kind of state where everything is on alert. You are constantly on alert. This is what we call the fight or flight response, fawn or freeze. This is what we know commonly as. And so when we're stuck in this state, our body desperately wants to heal itself, or it wants to achieve balance and harmony. And so how do we do that? We get sick. It puts us in a state where we have to pay attention to our body because we're ignoring, we're like operating on fight or flight. We're operating on fight or flight. We're going through life every day. Right? That's how you feel inside, but you have poker face on and you're going through life normally. And so what happens is, how is your body going to get your attention? The pendulum's going to swing, and it's going to take you into a health crisis so that you are forced to start paying attention to your body. So this is how your nervous system plays a role in trying to adjust yourself. So when you experience a health condition, it is your body's way of wanting to bring attention to it and for you to start paying attention to it and start self-caring. Once you start self-caring, you can start reversing these things. It is not, people with cancer have healed themselves. I'm not telling you I'm here to heal you from cancer, but what I'm here to say is that there are real possibilities for your body's innate intelligence to kick in and heal itself. And so the way that we do that is twofold: diet and mental health. And this is why my whole shebang is about mindfulness and about gut health. Because when you start to pay attention to your nervous system and you start to pay attention to what's going on with your gut, that, my friend, that is the key to health and happiness. So with that being said, I'm going to give you a quick tool and then we're going to wrap it up. And then if you have any requests for next week, please go ahead and put it down in the comments below, because I would love to hear what you guys want to know so I could talk to you more about it and help you on your healing journey. And if you're catching this on the replay, please go ahead and post replay so I know that you watched it. Okay, and feel free to share. Now, For the tip that you'll be taking home with you today, it's something phenomenal called the 4-7-8 breath. It is something I learned from Dr. Wheel. He is a phenomenal herbologist, botanist, just wonderful human soul that is all about holistic health. And so let's go ahead and do that exercise together. I'm going to bring this down a little bit. And so one thing I notice with people, especially now that I'm more in breath work, is that many people are breathing through their chest. So the first thing I want you to notice is you want to bring in the breath in your diaphragm, in your belly, and you want to expand it. So we're going to take a breath in for 4. We're going to hold it for 7. And we're going to slowly release with pursed lips for 8. And we're going to do this 4 times. This is how it works. And so watch me. We're going to do the first. We're going to try it with me, okay? So we're going to go. Oh my God, guys, I could do this for hours. Only do it 4 times though. Sorry, just, can you tell? Like it instantly made me happy. It just eliminates your anxiety. This is a great tool you can use in your pocket anytime you're experiencing anxiety, you're feeling stressed, high pressure. Go ahead and do the 4-7-8 breath and let me know how it works out for you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you next Monday. Mwah!